Hello everyone and welcome to Mathematics. So today's video will focus on everything you need to know on solving quadratic inequalities. Alright, so how do we solve quadratic inequalities? So when you do this kind of questions, right, remember that there will be only two forms of answers. Right? Two forms of answers. So what does that mean? Okay, so let's say we have this curve and then we have this x-axis and the x-intercepts are a and b. Okay, so the first form of answer is this form. Okay, so let's say once we factorize the quadratic inequality, right, we have maybe let's say x minus 2 and x minus 5. Then you see the inequality that is more than 0 here. So more than 0 means we are going to look at the parts where the curve is above the x-axis, which means it's these two. Okay, you can see that the curve is above the x-axis. Okay, above the x-axis. So we just focus on the values within the two range lah. Okay, so this part would be the x values which is less than a, and this part would be the x values which is more than b. So our answer would be something like x is less than a or x is more than b. Alright, so what about less than 0? Okay, so less than 0 would be the opposite lah, which is the part of the curve where it is below the x-axis, okay, which is here. Right, so our x values would be between a and b. So our answer would be something like x is between a and b. So this is the two forms of answers. Right, so let's go to one of the examples here. So here we have a quadratic inequality, but let's factorize first. So this one is the framework of how do we solve quadratic equations. You can refer to lesson 6 on the details for this part. Okay, so now we have this equation, and then the first step is to use the calculator. So let's put the values inside the calculator first. Right, so for the value of a, we would put the value of x squared, which is 1 for this case. B would be the value of x, which is negative 10. And c would be the value that does not have x, which is 16. Right, so once we press equal, we will have the two answers. One is 8, one is 2. So our answer is not a decimal because it's a whole number, so we would use the factorization method. So this one is just very simple. Just write out the inequality and then we just plug in the answers that we got from the calculator. Alright, so once we factorize, we have found that the answer is 2 and 8, and this inequality has a less than 0. So this means that we are going to use the second form of answer, which is this one, right? Because it is less than. So our answer is x is between 2 to 8. Alright, so here's everything you need to know on quadratic inequalities. So if you have any questions, feel free to write in the comment section below. And for the next video, I will do is about roots and discriminant. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Right, so thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.